on all platforms. Facebook at Super93.3 FM, Twitter at Super News PH, Instagram at Super FM 93.3, YouTube and TikTok at Super FM PH. Download our mobile app on Google Play Store at Super FM Global. Be part of the family. Super 93.3 FM.
Wake up to the freshest stories from the nation's dailies.
Your weekdays just got upgraded with the Super Breakfast Show, Mondays to Fridays.
6 a.m. to 10 a.m. daily.
Those who did not support me, you have nothing to fear.
Join in-depth analysis.
We are urging the multinational companies to do more in protecting their facilities within the areas.
With facts and exclusive interviews with those that matter on the issue.
It's alleged that the process is over. The process is not over because it is faulty. Results were not uploaded, and if those results were not uploaded, we are definitely going to contest the authenticity of whatever presentation is being made here.
That does not mean I will allow anybody to crumble our political structure. It will not happen.
I want you to know that there is no amount that is too big to pay for peace.
From politics to business.
And urban and lifestyle issues.
The Senate President has sent prayers to your mailboxes.
No provision is there for fuel subsidy. The fuel subsidy is gone.
And yes, the sports fans aren't left out. Join Mary J for goals, saves, and touchdowns.
But first, we start with the kids on the Super Kiddies Breakfast Show on their ride to school.
All these and many more, only the Super Breakfast Show.
6 a.m. to 10 a.m. daily.
Join the frenzy.
Three minutes getting past 8 o'clock. Beautiful Wednesday morning. It is the 20th day of August 2025. Super excited to have you join us. My name is Marvin J. How on a day? I hope you guys woke up on the right side of your bed. This is Super FM 93.3 FM. As always, I got to let you know that if your radio is sounding too good to be true, check it. Check the frequency. It has to be 93.3 FM. Welcome aboard, guys. And this right here is the Super Breakfast Show. It actually started since 6 o'clock. And I want to believe that the kids had their fair share with Auntie Betty, and the news came through also, and a whole lot of other things in between, especially with the exaltation also from Pastor Chris. But it's now time to look at some nitty-gritties. The headlines are already out on social media. That's on Facebook and, of course, on the WhatsApp community. As usual, the WhatsApp is open for you to start sending in your reactions, and it is on 0905 948 1021. Once again, 0905 948 1021. And on that platform, you could send a direct message. You could also send a voice note. It will be played right here on the program. Pretty much later, I'll read out the call line so that you can also call in and lend your voice. And don't forget, it's Wednesday, and you definitely know that the second part of the week, talking about the LG mandate will be coming through at about 9:15. Shegun will be here to take you through that, and let's find out what's happening, what we know, what we should know, and all that is playing out with the local government elections coming up on the 30th of August 2025. Having said so, once again, good morning. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, it'll be time for us to read through the headlines this morning. Once again, good morning.
As the countdown to the local government elections begins, Super 93.3 FM is your number one source for everything that matters.
And all these lies about expired and not expired, was he the one that appointed me?
They wrote a letter of to the national. The letter is there, 5th of February, that they have suspended from our own ward.
Politics is too important to be left to politicians. It's all about the fact that we need new blood, fresh blood.
Campaigns, candidates, and promises, and the real issues that affect you at the grassroots.
The right thing should be done.
Don't because of their selfish interest.
Are you still aware that 95% of the market that owns in state belongs to local government?
We don't expect that we partake in a process or a product of a process we never believed in. And that was why we have to pull out of the election.
We are ready to make sure that we go to our various polling units, cast the vote and defend the vote.
Don't miss the LG Mandate, a special 45 minutes program packaged with facts, voices, and conversations that keeps you informed every Monday and Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. and every Tuesday and Thursday 1 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. exclusively on your One Family One radio station, Super 93.3 FM Port. The LG Mandate, your right to know.
The newspaper review on Super 93.3 FM. Have your say.
Welcome back, and the headlines are in this morning, and let's find out which of them actually resonate to you or piques your interest this morning. And pretty much later, we will give you that opportunity to call in and be part of the frenzy. A whole lot was said over the past 24 hours, especially seeing that the former governor of the state, Nyesom Wike, was hosted on a TV show. As usual, he will come through, not a man to shy away from, the camera or the mic to state his mind and state his facts as it is. And the whole lot was said right there. We'll be taking a look at that and some other key issues also that have made the rounds in the past 24 hours in the country. So let's start up with this one. Says he, Amechi, he's talking about the former governor also of Rivers State. Says that Amechi knows he won't get the ADC presidential ticket for 2027. Nyesom Wike, Federal Capital Territory Minister, speaks on Amechi's move to ADC. Some other headlines on some other dailies caption it as Amechi's presidential ambition dead on arrival. But this is what he had to say.
PDP, and that would have been the death of PDP as a party at that time. That was the ruling party then, APC, in government, spearheaded by the same man who wanted to fight corruption. But I was the one, I was in charge of that matter. I was the one who hired our lawyers, led by Wona Peku, led by Kanagabi, and fed by Isu Kala. So I was fully involved.
When you make the allegation,
he has said this several times, that of course we want to put him out of the place. He has also said that he kicked out Jonathan from office. Would you say that you never had it? The point, some of us, I think the problem is, it's unfortunate. I don't think that he remembers when he says all these things, that those who work with him before and after are still alive. And you wonder, you sit on the side and you watch a young man come out like that to make such statements.
Mr. Rotimi Amechi said he's going to be the next president of Nigeria.
Please, what he said, that I read, he said he knows the weaknesses of the president. So he knows how to defeat him. But he also knew the weakness of the president in 2022 when the president defeated him mercilessly in their primaries. He didn't know his weaknesses then.
Well, 10 minutes getting past 8 o'clock. We still have more because he, talking about the Wike, also had this to say about Babashir Lawal. He said Babashir Lawal was angry Tinubu did not pick him as vice president. He thought he would choose. He thought he would be chosen, and that is what he had to say. Let's also take a listen to that, and it will come through because a lot of persons are also having their say on that subject matter.
He said he doesn't call him per se Bola. You know, if you have a problem with Mr. President before you became a president, there's nothing wrong in you finding a way to sort out that problem. Take, for example, When Mr. President chose the vice presidential candidate, today the vice president of the country, I was one of those that Baba Chadawa visited. He came to my house in Port Harcourt, in particular, Ada George. He came with one of the former speakers of the House of Representatives. What was Zanga? Zanga was that he thought that Mr. President were choosing him as the vice presidential candidate. Having not done that, heaven will have to let loose. We are not kids. And even a kid who's intelligent will know where your anger is. The way you are speaking is very obvious. That is not enough. When you say Mr. President is unapproachable, government is not approachable. What do you call government? I'm a minister in charge of Federal Capital Territory. Mr. Azad is a minister in charge of Interior. Mrs. O is a minister in charge of Trade, Investment and Industry. Must everybody reach Mr. President?
Well, that was the words of the FCT minister right there. Now you see, perhaps you go to social media and get the extensive, interview with him on several issues in that particular regard. Let's move on right now to some other interesting headlines. Now, the ADC is talking to us this morning and saying that the 2027 election is not Uhuru like the government of the day thinks it is. And it's captioned here 2027, and it reads, even with Onanuga as INEC chair, we will beat you silly. ADC youth tells Tinubu. Well, we would have to wait till 2027, wouldn't we? All right, moving on right now to another one. For first time in 15 years, Nigeria's Budget Office under Tinubu fails to publish quarterly performance report. And that is according to the Sahara reporters. There's a special report from the US that suggests that 70,000 naira minimum wage has lost value as naira falls. Let's ask you that question today. Do you think it has lost total value as it is? That special report was done, and a lot of persons are reacting to it, that a 70,000 naira minimum wage in Nigeria has lost value as the naira continues to fall. Still talking about the U.S., yesterday we brought you the report that the U.S. will now demand that you present a 5-year social media history before they would even start talking to you about a visa during your application. Now, the federal government also has taken a swipe at them. And this reads, the federal government of Nigeria has said it will reciprocate after the U.S. government mandated Nigeria's visa applicants to disclose their social media profile and, of course, their activities in the last 5 years. Now, what this means is that the federal government is saying that they would also demand same from everyone who is coming from the U.S. Some persons are saying, who is concerned? Do you also subscribe to that? Now, since it's, would I say removal or stepping down, I don't even know which one to call it right now. Talking about Mele Kyari, the former CEO of the NNPCL, a lot has been said. Some persons have even said he should return back to the country to be tried and the rest. But an update on that particular story reads that the court freezes bank account linked to Mele Kyari over fraud. And it has dominated the space on social media also. Now, there were killings that took place some time ago. We did bring you some reports, I think a few days ago also, as regards the trial continuing and perhaps, judgment on a few in the coming days, very, very possible. Now, it's been reported here that a church attack has been linked to a foreign group, Al-Shabaab. And, of course, this is what the DSS has told the court. It was a horrific Sunday. I could remember everything that played out that day because I was so close to tears myself, seeing how worshippers who left their homes, to go worship and fellowship with brethren, met their untimely end. And very, very sad situation. Well, we do hope that at some point we will start getting answers and clarifications and solutions to the insecurity in the country. Now, the update concerning the Emerson's case with the aviation agency. Now, we hear right now that the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority says all mobile phones must be completely switched off during flight takeoff and landing. Now, it didn't say anything about mid-air, but it says that all phones must be switched off during flight takeoffs and landing. And this was disclosed on their X app. That was yesterday. All right, let's move on right now to another story. And this one here says, according to Shehu, Tinubu earns 1.5 million naira monthly, while ministers earn less than 1 million naira, citing the increasing cost of living. Shehu described their salaries as inadequate and outdated. Now the big question is, nobody say market all of us they go. Is all right. Now, you remember we brought you the report yesterday that the federal government are thinking of increasing salaries of public office holders, the president, senators, and what have you. Now, reacting to that, this is what, Shehu had to say in that particular regard, saying that the president earns 1.5 billion naira monthly, ministers earn below 1 million, and he's citing the increasing cost of living as the reason why their salaries must be increased, and that their salary scale is outdated and inadequate. Who caused the increasing cost of living? Just a question on top of my head right now. 18 minutes gone past 8 o'clock. Let's check out the in-house bulletin before we start taking calls. All right, we'll get to that in a couple of minutes right now. But before we go there, let you know that you can be part of the conversation right now. The phone lines are officially open. 0705 079 1021. That's 0705 079 1021. And of course, 0811 743 1021. So much numbers so that you can be part of the conversation regardless. 0811 743 1021. Special number for females are the numbers here: 0707 335 0623, 0707 335 0623. WhatsApp has been open for quite some time right now. But for those of you who are just joining in on the show and you want to send a direct message or a voice note, that would be on 0905 948 1021, 0905 948 1021. While we get the in-house bulletin, some important stories get started with, we'll start taking those reactions. Make sure you remain respectful and keep your comments factual. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is MCJ.
MCJ, how you doing?
Very much okay, man.
Talk to me, man.
I want to talk about this whole increase in they said we have a high cost of living and they need to increase the salaries and what have you. Virgin, you see, these people then they might not think about the poor masses. They think about themselves alone. The same economy that they make so tough for the common man. They don't think about those in the street, those people, how will they survive? Now, if they're increasing all of this for the big neck man, the senators and the whole lot of House of Assembly members, have you talked about the boy in the street who does nothing? Have you talked about those who just graduated and nothing to shoot for it? No job, no factory, nothing. Come on now, where are we heading to? So please, why they are thinking about themselves? they should as well think about those who have nothing to do. They should talk about the civil servants. They should talk about the pensioners. They should talk about those who have served this country in pains. And at the end of the day, they have nothing to fall back to. So what is good for Tare is good for Tamuno. Thank you very much.
MCJ, thank you very much. Super 93.3 FM. Welcome to the review.
My brother, good morning.
I greet you. This is Fred Michael.
Jacob Promise.
Oh, Jacob Promise. How you doing now?
Fine, we thank God, my brother.
Talk to me.
Concerning Wiki's statement to Babashi and Amechi, I think it's a welcome development, my brother. This man, one thing I love about this FCT minister is that he's not sentimental. And he's always bold. And when he's talking, it is a pointer to the fact that, yes, if you know I have any wrongs or whatever, or that you know that it's my own wrong, you point it out to me. And he doesn't hide evil. Then as for our senior men, we talk, say, make them their salary. My brother, make them get conscience now, I beg. Then get conscience. I beg, make them get conscience. See doctors, they go strike. As we want go strike, this one go strike. But then the reason what of their sitting allowance, wardrobe allowance? We where they collect small one, people where they collect small one, make them yours. Which are the one point increase salary again? Thank you, Jacob Promise for more.
Jacob Promise, thank you very much. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the review.
Yeah, good morning, Marvin.
How you doing now? Welcome, Gavin.
Fine.
Talk to me.
Mike said ADC will not be 2027. Explaining their matter. Let Mike allow ADC to rest now and face his own party. Go on, let him go and build his party, a PDP that he has destroyed. And leave ADC alone, let them build their own. Let's play for before talking about
saying he has destroyed a PDP might be a tall order, seeing that, he is still of the PDP. You can't destroy something you're part of.
One and a half legs in APC and one half leg is in PDP.
Because saying they work for the president.
Talking about increments of government official or federal government, yes. If they are talking about the commodity that is high in the market, who is the cause? Is it not the president that says subsidy is gone? Since then, the price increase in the market, and now they want to increase their salary. If they want to increase their salary, let them increase every other worker's salary that is working under the civil staff and civil service, army, police, governor, House of Assembly, everybody. Increase their salary. It's not only them that they will increase their salary, because it's not only their salary, they are eating from other sources too. So let them do that.
All right. Madam Govin, thank you very much. Let's go back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning to you.
The very distinguished Marvin Ugochukwu.
The very distinguished Elder Temple Okere, all the way from Chatham House in HA. How on a day for HA this morning?
Oh, thank God.
All right.
And how are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Go ahead.
Yes, so court freezes account linked to Medicare.
Yes.
EFCC is the brand behind it. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes, that is indeed a good one. I think kudos to the EFCC. When they recover, they reload it back within them. But my own major concern now, this Marvin, why is it that we know the here say they don't hand over money to federal government? But we hear the handover block and cement to federal government. Remember the over 700 housing units?
Yeah.
They told us they have handed over. But the money has been recovered. The ones that we have found in the airport, the ones that they have recovered so far from Alice, the former Minister of Petroleum, Desert Alice Madike, and all the rest of them. Why is it that EFCC don't tell us, say, at least today we don't hand over so billion or so trillion, trillion, and we see pictures, pictorial evidence. So you showing where they are handing back easily the money in banks or in checks. You understand? So the federal government, but we don't hear those things. So we hear that they don't recover, they don't do this, they don't do that. Where the money they go? My own question I ask this morning, and at the same time, in as much as I'm concerned, this is they say we are operating democracy, but I see that up to now. Does it mean that whenever people come out to disagree, with this current administration of led by President Muhammad Buhari, such person is being denied one thing or the other? Let's be realistic here. Even under former Goodluck Jonathan's government, people, disagree with the government, even push forward and let some level of protest and what have you, carry out a lot of propaganda. So for me, I think one thing I want to appeal to my FCC minister, who is also my leader here, the PDP is open for him to contest. I want him to buy tickets. If I'm making one buy, they can make him also buy tickets. You understand? It will help us get in Rivers State. All of them coming out in social media, fighting themselves, does not bring anything down home, if you understand my point.
Yeah.
But I want to appeal. This issue of 1.5 million president to end. Where did they get money to fuel their convoy? The minister, they tell me minister earn below 1 million. Where minister they get money to fuel in house? They fuel in generator. They fuel in convoy. Convoy that is more than 40 cars.
Allowance day now. Allowance day.
They continue the play. Let them continue the play us. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. 93.3 FM. Good morning. Say that a lot of Nigerians not happy with that particular comment. Also understanding. Chimadike, how you day?
I did very fine, my
Talk
brother.
to me.
I hope that first one isn't part of my time.
What's that?
You took my call and you were still emphasizing on...
See, Chima, now you want to tell me about time. You don't take time to ask me question. All right, talk to me.
Mr. Marvin, I hope Bobby is very fine.
No, she's great. She's great.
All right, Mr. Marvin, I think with this point in time now, just Wike is able to convince people the reason why the former governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amechi, should not be taken seriously, especially when it comes to the things of governance. When you begin to look at a man that ordinarily his track record is so visible to the people, but people have decided not to see it. Let us not forget that one of the grand campaign during Buhari time was to come and eradicate what are they calling it? Corruption. And they were there for 8 years. And he has come again with the same thing now. EMWK has itemized it one after the other to make you understand the level of his corruptness. Now, let me kind of buttress the things that EMWK said. So like I have told you before, that one of the hallmarks of Rotimi Amechi is the Shanghai farm. And which I told you here, that was he working? Was anybody employed there? Let us not forget that show was put up there almost 4 years before even Amechi left office. Who was employed there as an agric engineer or as an administrator? I keep asking that question. Let him come forth, as I said, Lazarus come forth. Now, let us not forget also that the primary school that he built that was even shutting everywhere is a co-contract between River State government and federal government, which federal government funding up to 90% of it through UBE. Quote me anywhere you go. Let us not also forget that this particular point in man sold our properties in this River State without passing through River Assembly and could not give a proper accountability about it. Now, see, people keep on saying because why? We will say my brother Wike is very vocal, and maybe him Rotimi Amechi is being preserved. But the issue is that Rotimi Amechi is more vocal than Wike, even in his quietness. Because a man that will come and tell you that he does not like money, but meanwhile there is an allegation against his wife from NGDC extorting huge amount of money, which my brother Wike has challenged. That if it is not true that he will resign as a minister, and Rotimi Amechi has not put that one back.
All right.
My brother, man, with this few point of mine, I believe I'll be able to convince you that Rotimi Amechi an effort in futility.
You cannot convince me. I am not holding a debate right here.
Okay, I am able to convince the audience, the listeners.
Chima, a lot of questions. Hold on. No. A lot of questions I want to ask, but because of time, I'll just let it be. But again, I wish when we have the air of course, the platform to speak some certain things. Let us speak with facts. Let's speak with facts. The same school you talked about, that he had the help from the federal government. Are we saying that the federal government are not helping other states? How did they fare in that particular regard also? Many questions, especially also as regards the wife's involvement. The wife has come out to say, prove it, or you resign also. Anyways, let's leave that for later. Let's take some more calls now. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Super FM. Good morning.
I greet you, sir.
Thank you. I want to speak about the federal government thinking of increasing the salary of the National Assembly. I don't know what is happening in this country. Have you think of the masses, which is the electorate, who elected you, and then you are just decided only on the National Assembly because they are the people to favor you in terms of calling of results? That is what I see. So if you want to do things genuinely, think of other civil servants and then think of the masses. The president is the head of this country. He's supposed to know what caused the hardship in the country and then do something about it, not only one side. So that is what I want to say about it. Thanks.
All right, thank you very much. Let's take another one right now. Frank, good morning to you. How are you day? Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Marvin J.
Yeah, good to have you.
How you did this morning?
I'm good.
Okay, thank you for that point of correction, because some person comes, they have an avenue to talk and they will talk with that fact, just like you said. When FCC minister made that statement on channels, I think the next few days, Rotimi Amechi's wife came. She threw a challenge to him. He said, prove it. Until today, nobody has proved it. But somebody will just come, blah, blah, blah. Let me leave that, my dear brother. Let me talk of EFCC. I really believe that EFCC are not doing well. Kerry has been there for close to 8 years, right?
Yeah, without immunity. Man.
Yes, and the last time I checked, he was not political disposed. So why didn't they arrest him? Why didn't they invite him? Why they did not invite him then? It was not a governor, neither the president. It was just one of the appointees of the president. Why EFCC did not invite him then? Now that is out, they are said they are freezing this. They are not doing. They are just working to any government that comes in. They will use them as a tools to fight anybody that disagrees to the policy of the Mr. President or anything. You understand? Then let's talk about FCC. Sorry, dear. I took my time in listening to him and watching him on channels yesterday.
Okay.
A time would come, FCC minister would not have anything to say again.
You think so? You think so?
One lie.
His supporters will disagree.
No, they can do that. They can do that. But I'm telling you, I'm not a psychologist. I did not study. I'm not a psychologist. But at times I study psychologically. I watch a man and I know the end of that man. I know Nyesom for a very long time that I entered into this state. I followed him when he speaks. As at yesterday, I knew too well that when once he mentioned his name that is coming, I knew he's not going to have anything to say. And I watched him very well. I listened to him. He was just focusing on Amechi, the other man that came
Perhaps the reason why he focused on those persons, because of the questions he was also thrown at. So we would also want to cut him some slack in that regard,
Yes. But the problem we are facing in this country, Marvin J, is not Amechi. The Amechi government was even better. He said something too that I almost I was talking to him and he was telling me from television that Amechi said, he knows the secret or the weak point of Mr. President, but Mr. President beat him during the primaries.
Yeah.
Silly.
Yeah.
But he forgot that upon all the power, upon all the dollars sending.
Allegedly, my brother.
Yeah, okay.
He has not come out to say he spent, and there's no courts that prove that he spent dollars. Thank you.
Fine on that. Then former vice president beat him to silly. Amechi even got vote more than him. If you calculate the vote that Amechi gathered in APC was higher than the one he got in PDP. So these two brothers should allow.
We really can't compare. The two parties are different parties. But Frank, you've taken up to more than a required. Thank you very much. We'll take another call from another caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, MD.
How you doing? I'm good.
Very fine. I greet Madam Obi. I don't know if she's in the studio.
No, she's not. She's not.
Oh, okay. My name is Triumphant Agaba.
Triumphant, I know it's you. Go ahead.
Okay. MD, our
Yes, sir.
group has joined in solidarity with the two groups who have written to the National Assembly to immediately institute impeachment proceedings against the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Oh, really?
President Bola Tinubu, yes.
Hmm.
It's not only about incompetence, because if it is government, its policies will come in play. We are not so mindful about that. But we are mindful about some of the breach of our constitution, which is supposed to be our guide. For example, MD, the Supreme Court in a judgment has made it very clear that we should have local government autonomy. The Supreme Court did not say you should give any reason for not implementing it immediately. The date it has been implemented. Also, we are not arguing that you cannot declare a state of emergency in a state as a president. Constitution allows. But the Constitution did not give you any right to suspend a sitting governor. This is our guide, the Constitution. But as a president, you have been so high-handed to the fact that you don't pay attention to this again. It is quite unfortunate that they are talking now about increment of salary for public office holders. But I want to ask, if public office holders demand or is required for their salaries to be increased, is it not also fair to increase salaries across board?
And triumphant. Owing to the report also most recently by the U.S. Statistics, that the 70,000 naira minimum wage is not even realistic anymore, considering the high cost and of course the dollar fall.
MD, yes. Let me just say something very important. I wouldn't have had any problem with the government of the president. You understand? But my problem is that these facts are real. Because you look at the inflation rate, you understand?
Yeah.
You look at the inflation rate and you look at some other things, they are not just saying it. There are indices. You can fact check it. You understand? But like I said, our group has joined in solidarity. We have written to the National Assembly to institute impeachment proceedings against the president. It may not count, but this is democracy.
I was about asking that question because I posted that to the PLX Center yesterday that I had that conversation with on air. I was about asking also, do you think it will count, seeing the relationship that the presidency enjoys from the National Assembly?
Yes, some people have also opined that the National Assembly is rubber-stamped. I don't know. I cannot say that, but I know we are in a democracy. But let it be on record that our group has taken this step, operating in a democracy, when we see a breach of our sacred constitution by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Triumphant, thank you very much. Back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mr.
Mr. Belgam, how are you doing now?
Very good, man.
All right, talk to me.
Marvin, is my line clear?
Yeah, it's a bit clear, but let's make it work. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to ask a question. Why should presidential bid of Amechi become a problem to Wike? Why should it be so? Why some people so busybody? Allow the man. If he gets it, he gets it. So he gets it. The man says not to do a do or die. I fear. And again, he said that not only others have touched that they will beat him in 2027. That's what I see. You understand? Then, I want to say, we said Baba Lawal is angry with the because don't make presidential first president. So, am I correct?
Yeah.
Good. In fact, what was the paranoia that you don't know people do something, they forget what they've done. You need to step to form another opposition like this because he will not, Okowa will speak instead of him. Yeah, he's a I laugh at that kind of these are people.
So you have the opinion that what goes around comes around, Abby? All right, let's take another call now. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Morning.
I greet you.
Yeah, my name is Comrade Menele Baton, calling from Yemen.
All right.
From Port Harcourt, I think.
Go ahead.
Yes. Amnesty will never be a problem to Wike. People should not misunderstand the statement credited to our Wike yesterday concerning Rotimi Amnesty.
Okay.
Yes, it's like people are misunderstanding the creditor of the language. The issue is that Amnesty can never, and he will never take the ticket or be the president of Nigeria.
Oh God, no, you they give ticket. Now you they give tickets.
No, listen now.
No, you can't say can never, as though you have been given the mandate to share tickets. He would, if he wants to, he has the right to contest in the primaries, and if he's given, why not?
Yes, he has the right. But from what we are seeing, that child will never give in to him because the big fish is there already. Atiku Abubakar is there, Erufai is there, Obi is there. So how will he claim the ticket?
If he shock
when he was a governor.
If he shock you.
Now, when he was a governor in Rivers State, don't you see what happened to judiciary? Is that the leader you want to vote for?
What happened? Please remind us. What happened to the judiciary that is not happening now?
He locked the judiciary. There was no court. There was no court process in Rivers State.
Oh, really?
He disobeyed the NJC. Yes.
Disobedience of court orders. Did it happen only in his time? Is it not happening now? No, I'm just asking questions so that you give me clarity.
What happened in Rivers State as of then has never happened in Nigeria. Any state, court one state that happened.
Wow.
That he locked the court. No court proceeding was not going on. Is that kind of leader you want to vote for, or you want to convince me to vote for? What happened in 2019 in Rivers State? The problem that the APC is having today in Rivers State is not because of the sake of Okoshan and Senator Mangusabe trying to bring people together to make sure we beat APC back. What happened to APC in 2019? You just brought somebody from nowhere. They should be the flag bearer of the party. When nobody knows him, you go to all the NGAs, shouting the APC, they will say Senator Mangusabe for governor. Is that the kind of person you want to vote for? Is that kind of leader you want to vote for?
Wait, the person you are saying he brought, is he not a Rivers citizen or indigene?
See, party compensates the way you work. If you work for a party, you must be compensated.
It's all right.
Ask anybody.
It's all right.
When you work for the party will compensate you. They will reward you for what you have done. We did the party right from 2013 to 2014.
So it's a party thing right now. What about the citizens and what they want?
It is the citizens that make up the party. The party is not holding the flag. It's not the flag. It is the human being.
It's all right. Super93.3 FM, good morning to you.
Super Honorable MJ, my man.
Superman. Go ahead.
All right. President earn below 1.5 million every month.
Perhaps on paper.
Let me just take you back to some history, if time will permit us. Sometimes we heard from a senator complaining what they earn in a month below 1.5 million that is not sufficient for them. A week later, another senator also came and they told us that he is earning 21 million naira every month. Can you remember that?
Yeah.
Some time ago.
I think don't say earning. I think when you put together all the whole largesse that comes through, the salary is quite understandable that they say it's below a million or below 1.5. But when you put together their whole allowance and the rest, maybe now there you can get the 20-something million. Go ahead.
Okay. On in point blank, I think chairman of TUC also told us that each senator earns the totality of what he earns on a month, 30 million naira. Now, do you want me to believe that if Chief Justice of the Federation is earning 64 million naira every month, that the president of Nigeria is earning below 1.5 million. What kind of liar our leaders can continue to deceive us with? What kind of lie is that?
Wow.
They don't want to tell all the truth.
While I shaking some tables this morning. It's all right.
So, what kind of lie is that? How can you tell me that on daily basis the list of our senators with the vibration of their vocal box is all about liar, no truth on them? In fact, I don't want to believe all of this is. If they want to use money to do something, let them consider the civil servants, consider the pensioners, consider the security sector. You understand me? All that our politicians want is their own benefit. Just as I said yesterday, this strategy they are.
But Wala, before I let you go, because your time is fast spent already, seeing all this that is happening, and with all you have, stated, but the facts and the rest, would we, the citizens, will learn, and then when it comes time for election, do the right thing, or we go still leave those persons where they collect 30, 50, 70 something, and then we will go home with our 70,000 that is not even anywhere. We can't even buy a bag of rice with that particular money. Every time election comes, we complain like this. Well, are you telling me that when election time comes and somebody gives you like $1,000, you would also not press hand?
Can ballot box and the beavers machine do the right thing? That is the problem.
It's all right.
If the citizen,
I think he has answered that question in a stylish way. Well, I see you. Thank you very much. There's a local pilot that say collect but do the right thing. I think that is what he said. Anyway, Super93.3 FM. Good morning.
Good morning, Marvin J.
I greet you, sir.
The voice is cracked. Forgive me. I just buried myself on Friday and I'm back.
My sincere condolences, my brother.
God bless you. This calling from Yenegoa.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, anybody who is crying foul about the question and answer section is just deceiving him or herself. It was journalists like you that question across Okin Baloye. I watched it yesterday on channel television. And if you ask me a question, if I have answer, I will give it.
Most deaf.
Yes, and that was what you did. And the answers were accurate, live and direct answers. Go back to the record. People were dying on highway because they would leave Rivers or Bayelsa here for their court cases. A man decided to play God, used padlock and chains. Nobody. Start your research. It has never happened in the history of Nigeria. After independence, I say, do your research. He is the first sitting governor that used padlock and chains to shame those gates and chased away everybody because of what? Immunity and the power he was thinking he had as at then, and he was thinking it was forever. Today, the same man is running to courts here and there, and the courts have treated him in such a way that he will learn a bitter lesson for the rest of his life. He is that kind of person. So when you're asking, is he the first person that has disobeyed? You're asking very good questions because that is your work. You're taking sides. You're only trying to make the discussion very thick and nice. But who don't understand will think you're taking sides. No. When you ask questions, it's for us to give answers. So I will support my brother from Ogoniland who is here in Bayelsa with me.
Okay.
He's 100% right. He's that kind of character that myself or anybody who has right sense and thinking will vote as a president. Somebody decided to shut down the arm of government. I will never try that. And nobody should even think of doing that. When you're shutting down another arm and you, the executive, he even took the House of Assembly to government house. This is the record of this very man called Rotimi Shibika Amechi. So if they are talking about democracy, these are persons that Nigerians are supposed to chase away, stay far from us.
Right, but the things you can do now, were they things that arguably you could actually do 10 years ago? the decisions you could take now? Because the truth of the matter is that people change. Let's not forget that he was part of the government that actually brought APC into power. Now he's thinking, hold on. Now he's saying, no, what we did was wrong. And he wants to change things by probably forming a coalition and the rest. So if you have stated some facts right now, saying that this were his ills when he was, who is to say that he has not learned his lesson?
I agree with you in terms of that very question. If the man has learned his lesson, the only way we know if he has learned his lesson is when he opens his mouth to say forming a parallel government is bad. He threatens to form a parallel government. Is
it the first time we're hearing that? The ruling party also said the same thing, but your time is fast spent. We'll have so many voice notes to look at this morning, and some calls also coming in right now. Apologies if we can't take your calls right now, but let's see what we can work with before our time is expired. Let's not forget that by 9:15 we would have the local government mandate today. Now, the very first message here is coming from Comrade Michael B. Judger. He says, "Good morning, Marvin. ADC's statement is a statement of a broad daylight dreamer. Mr. President would beat them and other party candidates silly come 2027. Mark my words." I just did. Thank you very much. Voters are more wiser now. Politicians should be guided when they speak in the public space, please. Thank you very much. Let's go straight right now to some persons who sent in voice notes. Christian William, I think you're the very first person, so I will take yours first. Let's go.
Good morning. My name is Christian Williams from Iwechi. Truly, I agree with Wiki. It will be very difficult for Amechi to get ADC presidential ticket because Atiku is there, and Atiku usually believes that every party presidential ticket is his entitlement, and therefore it will do everything humanly possible to get the ticket. Hence, Amechi will lose that as always.
All right, thank you very much. Matthew Kalio, you're next on the bill. Let's go.
Marvin J, good morning. My name is Matthew Kalio in Port Harcourt, and greetings to everybody listening to us this morning. Marvin J, it is very, very unfortunate on the situation we find ourselves here in Nigeria that politicians are thinking or planning of increasing their salary by the federal government. Oh my God, it is very, very unfortunate. It goes to show clearly that these persons who voted into power never ever have the masses in their programs. They don't care about the masses. They don't care what is going on in this country. Look at fuel price. People are suffering. Marvin J, from Borukiri now to Mile 1, you spend up to 400 instead of 50 naira we used to know before. It is very, very unfortunate. You bought a flight to Lagos, to Abuja, you pay 150, coming back they tell you 180, 200. If you like it, to board. If you don't like it, go your way. That is the situation you find ourselves. Their children are schooling abroad with plume jobs, very choice jobs waiting for them on their return. The masses are suffering here. ASU is going on strike every day because of failed promises the federal government refused to meet up since 1999 till date. And our lawmakers, government in, government out, they don't bother, they don't care. Marvin J, is unfortunate that these politicians are ever even thinking of increasing their salaries in spite of the huge amount of millions they are going with on a monthly basis. Very, very unfortunately. Very, very unfortunate. I mean, may God help us in this country. Thank you very much. Matthew
Kalio, thank you very much. Back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
I greet you, sir.
Yeah, this is Papa J calling from Port Harcourt.
Papa J, go ahead.
Yeah, sir, quickly. We that is traveling to United States, do you know how much we book flights from Oman to United States? Now, from Nigeria to UK, do you know how much is it? Or that not sincere politician is using his salary to book that flight to UK. Now the truth is, let us tell ourselves the truth. These people, whether they like it or not, they don't increase the salary, they don't increase. There is no two ways about it. No could talk better to way go. See, if they make INEC chairman independent,
No president appoint INEC chairman. This country will good, my brother. God bless you very much.
Thank you very much, Henry Okere. Let's take a listen to what you have to say.
Good morning, Marvel. This morning, Wike said that Amechi presidential ambition is dead on arrival. Well, I will not blame Wike because he's a political bulldozer now. I heard that he's going to conduct PDP convention very soon. That convention will be PD-APC because they are going to use President Tinubu as their presidential flag bearer come 2027, allegedly. Please allow Amechi alone, whether he want to fail, whether he want to contest. That is his own problem. Comrade Ukrainian from Oim.
Okay, Henry, thank you very much. Thank God you put allegedly at the end because I don't understand when you talk, say, PDP go unanimously agree. Anyways, Orlando Chris on WhatsApp talking about on the streaming platform. We've been streaming since we started the show on Facebook. You could see my fine face there. And he says Wike should learn to mind his business and leave and let Amechi be. After all, Amechi was his boss. All right, Mighty Sparrow BJ right says those that have nothing, people that earn less than 30,000 naira only inco. Is it not the same market? I think that's what you're trying to say. It's not the same market we all go to. Anyways, thank you very much. We'll take some more messages on the Facebook in a couple of minutes, but let's take some more calls now. We lost that one. Keep them coming. Now I have Kelechi on the WhatsApp platform. Take a listen.
Marvin, good morning. My name is Kelechi, aka Ojuku. Marvin, so you could that thing that they want to increase the salary of the politicians because of cost of things in the market. Okay, they know that cost of things in the market is not favorable to them. Now they want to increase their own salary. What are they about the poor masses? What are they going to do to them? Marvin, have you seen it? So they know that this is affecting us. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Marvin, you have seen it now. Now they want to treat us this manner. But they want them to live very good and well for themselves. What are the poor masses? So it's God that will fight for us now, babe. No worry, God, hear our voice.
All right, thank you very much, Ojuku. That's his name, by the way, nickname. He said AKA. Merville from PH Rice says, good morning, Marvin J. In Nigeria, right now, we need part-time political office holders, not full-time. They should have other businesses and run the political office as a part-time business on a part-time basis to cut expenses. Well, that is true. That is true to some certain extent. We should start having politicians who also think outside the box. Not be only us go get multiple streams of income. Not be so. Super 93.3 FM. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I greet you.
Good morning. My name is Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, where are you calling from?
I am support of this increase. You know why?
Talk to me.
It will help this if they will increase and then put their eye more, concentrate on the corruption aspect of it. It will help. It will help because why? One president, when I read this, they say president is 1.5 million a month. Some companies in this place, in this our Port Harcourt, River State here, so more than 4 million salary a month, and you're giving the president 1.5. What does that mean? What does that mean? It doesn't make any sense. You understand? So if they can increase it and then put more emphasis on corruption, then it will help. Because you can't tell me you're giving the president 1.5 million a month and you suddenly say yes. Is it a good thing to talk about? And people are not looking at that side. They're talking about why will you increase? Why will you increase? Look, it's long time. You can't bring a president from Nigeria 1.5 million a month. Ministers 800,000. It's a joke now. You understand? Increase their salary and then cut corruption. That's what matters. It will help. And then strengthen the economic sector very well. For me, that's why I think we.
What about your own salary as a citizen? So 70K is okay for you. Nobody say market they go.
If they are this is increased, if their salary is increased, things will go round.
You think so, bro? You think so?
It will go program.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue taking your calls right now. I can see Fine Mind. I will take your voice notes. We'll go look into. I see you also. The calls are still blinking. But let's take a word right now. The LG mandate is today. Shagun will be joining us pretty much later in the next 14 minutes. But take a listen to this.
As the countdown to the local government elections begins, Super 93.3 FM is your number one source for everything that matters.
And all these lies about expired and not expired, was he the one that appointed me?
They wrote a letter to the national. The letter is there, 5th of February, that they have suspended from our own ward.
Politics is too important to be left to politicians. It's all about the fact that we need new blood, fresh blood.
Campaigns, candidates, and promises, and the real issues that affects you at the grassroots.
The right thing should be done, not because of their selfish interest.
Are you still aware that 95% of the market that owns in state belongs to local government?
We don't expect that we partake in a process or a product of a process we never believed in. And that was why we have to pull out of the election.
We are ready to make sure that we go to our various polling units, cast the vote and defend the vote.
Don't miss the LG Mandate, a special 45 minutes program packaged with facts, voices, and conversations that keeps you informed. Every Monday and Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. and every Tuesday and Thursday 1 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. exclusively on your One Family One radio station, Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. The LG Mandate, your right to know.
The newspaper review on Super 93.3 FM. Have your say.
Lost that call. So I got me some messages right now on Facebook. Dr. Mrs. Oliver from Owerri writer says that so their salaries are inadequate, but 70,000 naira minimum wage is adequate for workers. Contemplating increasing salaries of Mr. President, lawmakers, and ministers show how insensitive these leaders are. At this austere time, masses are suffering and workers are receiving meager salary. When we are expecting them to cut down their cost of governance and frivolities, when we are expecting them, the lawmakers, to cut down jumbo allowances and provocative remunerations. Sad that these leaders don't feel the pulse of the masses and no consideration and feelings on the human kindness. She goes on to say, moving on right now, Super 93.3 FM. Good morning. I lost that one. Taking some more right now, talking about voice notes, and this will be a good look until after this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I greet you.
Obadiah Lasbon from Andoni.
I didn't get you.
Obadiah Lasbon from Andoni.
Obadiah, go ahead.
Talking about this issue of increasing presidential salary and all the rest. We are talking about salaries, and we are not talking about those that are relevant to these things, their budget. Like rightly said, last year, the presidential budget for kitchen alone is almost more than the local government allocation. We are just focusing on the salaries alone without looking at those other structures that make up the salaries. We talk about the wardrobe allowance, we talk about travel allowance, medical care, combine all of them together, you see the president is almost going with 1 billion naira. And you are looking at the masses, some of us, we didn't even have work. Some of them, there is no even platform to lay hand on. Why are we so greedy and cruel in this country like this? Why? Because they had 70,000 in normal minimum wage, and they are now looking for a way to increase their own, like 10% of the 70,000 increment. This is unfair now. The country is all of us who wants the country together.
Abi?
Yeah.
Perhaps they also should go to the streets and protest before we go listen to them. Because we also did that, didn't we? Anyways, Super 93.3 FM, good morning to you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Your line is breaking. You'd have to call us back. And Ogubolo Kento kept you waiting for quite some time.
Ogubolo Kento is my name. A former United States president said, Nigeria needs to strengthen our institutions if we want to get it right. Now the report has said Nigeria 70,000 naira is of no value. That is just the truth. Even if you pay the civil servants 200,000 naira today, it will be of no value. You know why? We have a bad economy, an economy that consumes the whole money without any meaningful impact in the life of the people. Rather than spend money on purchase of jets that we see that approve loans, billions or whatsoever, why not shift Nigeria from a consumption state to a production state? Invest those monies in our economy, give viable industries. By that, we will see that the economy will be better. Do you know that if they pay the ordinary civil servant 40,000 naira with a better economy, Nigerians will live fine. Pay us 40,000 naira, where you can go to the market and buy a bag of rice for 5,000 naira, for 4,000 naira. Why would Nigerians live fine? On the statement by Meles Kiare, it's a nice move. The same thing that we're talking about. Rather than go into fraud, bring this money, put them in the economy, make life better for our people, rather than play much of politics. Politics has eaten up Nigeria. I remain Oguboloken too.
Kenzo, thank you very much. Super 93.3 FM, more calls now.
Good morning, Marvin.
I greet you. Obed.
Yes, thank you very much, Marvin. You are in the spirit.
Talk to me.
Marvin.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Marvin, the proposed increment on the salaries of the president?
Presidents, ministers, senators, political leaders. Office holders generally.
I told Nigerians that this subsidy remover, the money will go back to the pocket of politicians. You understand? You see that they have removed subsidy. Oh, they say more money to the state. Where is it? Where is the money reflecting? The money is going back to them. Aside this increment, there is inflation of contract. Don't forget. A contract of that was supposed to be 1 billion. They will say it's 3 billion. The money goes back to them. They don't care about the masses. Meanwhile, to increase minimum wage, even currently, according to there's a report that the minimum wage is no longer tenable because of the current inflation that Nigeria is right now.
That's true.
You understand? They are unperturbed. It's all about them and their family. And that is why we always tell Nigerians, particularly those who are blindfolded, to understand that indeed, these people does not mean well for Nigerians. All they care is for their pocket. Look at the economy that is dwindling. You are thinking of increasing the salaries of presidents. You understand? That means, oh God. Abel, let me.
Chima, thank you very much. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Marvin, my friend.
Madam Doctor, how you doing? Good morning to you.
I'm good. Marvin.
Yes, ma'am.
I thought that yesterday we suggested where these things can go. This high salary, and we are saying that we can suggest something and they will listen to us. It not be that we'll be talking to you now in the studio and talking from our villages, talking to you from our homes, and they are going ahead to do what they want to do. This time they should not do that, to money. They should listen to our suggestions, so because we are saying that this money can be redirected to pensioners. We are saying that can be directed to the military men who are at the war front.
Indeed.
We are making suggestions. Marvin, please, where will you see them for us? Tell them, oh.
They hear you like this, oh. They go shock you.
They should listen, oh.
Cause them now, they don't come for you.
Marvin, our suggestions should be taken seriously this time around. We are saying that those people that left their children, their wives at the barracks and they are fighting and they are being killed, they should send this money to them. We are saying that those who have worked 30-something years, they should be encouraged so that those who will retire will not be eating money before they retire. And we not said enough. Money, they should not do this thing, oh. They should leave their salaries the way it's already plenty. They should not add more money, oh. They should direct this money to the hospitals, direct it to the pensioners, and send it to the people at the work front.
Madam
That's my
Doctor, they can no longer buy rice. That's what they are saying now. So let's give them some increase. All right, guys, let's go back to the voice notes. I think that's where we end because Shego Olabi will be here in a couple of minutes.
Morning, my brother Marvin J. Fine mind from Port Harcourt. There is no amount of vendetta against the former Minister of Transportation that will gain, the attention of
well-meaning Rivers people that have been in this state since the inception of democracy, like us. Rotimi Amechi, though I'm not his fan, but he remains the best governor has ever ruled this state since 1999 by far. That cannot be disputed. It can never be disputed. He remains the best. So all those things are just a vendetta against a man that truly stands very tall ahead of him. We know this is a man that developed all the states, or the whole of the state. He did not concentrate his development on one local government. So to me, it is a no-brainer. You see, Mele Kyari, that man needs to be arrested. That man messed up the whole NNPC for a period of time that he served as the CEO. And it will be so unfair and unfortunate if he is not held wherever he is in this world. He should be arrested and made to face the wrath of the law. Mele Kyari is the reason why the Port Harcourt refinery has not been working. He came to Port Harcourt refinery here and deceived us that it has been fixed. So if there will be peace, and if these are so-called EFCC want to, be sincere, let them bring Mele Kyari to book.
All right, it's a low we can take from you because yours is quite lengthy. Let's take this one and probably then we'll move on from there.
Oh, good morning, the one and only Marvin J. And my sister Obi in Asemsha. A blessed one to you all, and a bad one to all the bad politicians and people who go and sit on national TV and be running their mouth on man of integrity.
All right, thank you very much. You can't cast aspersions in that particular manner. Uncle Sam, we should know better now. I think I've taken something from Henry Okere. Don't know why he's still sending another. Good morning, Marvin J. If this country is fixed, IG building of industries, factory, job opportunities, then there will be no rigging of elections. And why will a politician want that? Marvel, thank you very much for sending that one also. We're coming to the end of the program right now. This particular segment, by the way, the LG mandate is next on the bill. You want to sit around for that one? Because Shegun Olabi will be taking you on a tour around all that has played out in the past a couple of days with the local government elections coming up in August 30th. Hello, good morning. The last call on the day.
Yeah, good morning.
Good to have you.
Yeah, this is Honorable Chris.
Honorable Chris, go ahead.
Yeah. Let me talk about, you see, a case of Keto calling pot black. I don't know who is your role model in this country, concerned politicians. This person is pointing finger at this person. You are this, you are that. Even when, so who can you now say this is my role model? All the Nigerian politicians. Is he a city minister? Is he Tinubu? Is he Amechi? So who? Look at this man. Namely, the man that even in Abuja now criticizing APC, that makes most of us to hate APC. He's the one that told us that APC don't have anything to offer. But today, the same man the same person are defending the same APC. He told us that they are thieves, they are rogue.
All right, Honorable Chris, there's a lot we can take from you right now. You stated your point, but unfortunately, Chris, forgive me, we have to cut you short because it's almost 9:15 and the LG mandate is next on the bill. Shegun Olabi is next on the bill. We're going to stick around for that one and find out all that has been happening in the past couple of days concerning the upcoming elections on the 30th of August. Stick around.
Follow us on social media on all platforms. Facebook at Super93.3FM. Twitter at Super News PH. Instagram at Super FM 93.3. YouTube and TikTok at Super FM PH. Download our mobile app on Google Play Store at Super FM Global. Be part of the family. Super 93.3 FM.
Are we on the air?
Yes, you are.
Super FM, the city's #1 station for family, information, influence, inspiration, and good music. We are one super family like that. Super FM.
As the countdown to the local government elections begins, Super 93.3 FM is your number one source for everything that matters.
And all these lies about expired and not expired, was he the one that appointed me?
They wrote a letter to the national. The letter is there. 5th of February that they have suspended from our own ward.
Politics is too important to be left to politicians. It's all about the fact that we need new blood, fresh blood.
Campaigns, candidates, and promises, and the real issues that affect you at the grassroots.
The right thing should be done, not because of their selfish interest.
Are you still aware that 95% of the market that owns in state belongs to local government?
We don't expect that we partake in a process or a product of a process we never believed in. And that was why we have to pull out of the election.
We are ready to make sure that we go to our various polling units, cast the vote and defend the vote.
Don't miss the LG Mandate, a special 45 minutes program packaged with facts, voices, and conversations that keeps you informed every Monday and Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. and every Tuesday and Thursday 1 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. exclusively on your One Family One radio station, Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. The LG Mandate, your right to know. River State, Nigeria, brace yourself for the LG Mandate.
Hello and good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. It's the LG Mandate. The LG Mandate on Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt is a special show on this program to give you all you need to know, all the updates, all the dialogue, all the conversation that affects you at the grassroots ahead of the local government election. We're counting down to the local government election in River State, of course, 30th of August. And it's just about 10 days to the local government. On the LG Mandate, we keep you up to date with stories concerning the campaigns, concerning the candidates, the promises, and all of the conversation concerning the local government election. In a 45-minute analysis, voices that matter, and the LG Mandate on Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt would also involve you in the discourse concerning the local government election. And as usual, we'll be starting up with the update from the River State Independent Electoral Commission. Our correspondent is right there at the River State Independent Electoral Commission, where we gather that today is the final day for substitution of candidates and several other activities at the River State Independent Electoral Commission. We'll be telling you a little bit about that later on. And later on the show, I'll be having a non-government organization, a social-political group, the ICU group, the national leader of the ICU group, Chizi Inyo Masaila, will be joining us. I'll be giving his perspective concerning the planned conduct of the local government election. We will try to go to some local government areas where we have itineraries of campaign about the local government, and we'll be speaking to some of the campaign directors. This is LG Mandate on Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. Stay with us.
River State, Nigeria, brace yourself for the LG Mandate. As the countdown to the local government elections begins, Super 93.3 FM is your number one source for everything that matters.
And all these lies about expired and not expired, was he the one that appointed me?
They wrote a letter to the national. The letter is there. 5th of February that they have suspended from our own ward.
Politics is too important to be left to politicians. It's all about the fact that we need new blood, fresh blood.
Campaigns, candidates, and promises, and the real issues that affect you at the grassroots.
The right thing should be done, not because of their selfish interest.
Are you still aware that 95% of the market that owns in state belongs to local government?
We don't expect that we partake in a process or a product of a process we never believed in. And that was why we have to pull out of the election.
We are ready to make sure that we go to our various polling units, cast his vote and defend his vote.
Don't miss the LG Mandate, a special 45 minutes program packaged with facts, voices, and conversations that keeps you informed. Every Monday and Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. and every Tuesday and Thursday 1 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. exclusively on your One Family One radio station, Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. The LG Mandate, your right to know.
And greetings to you once again. Thank you so much for staying with us. It's the LG Mandate, a special program designed to give you everything you need to know and keep you up to date with the local government election. Given the seriousness of the local government election, which is the governance that is closest to the people, the third set of government, it is important you know what is going on concerning the 30th August local government election. And on Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt will bring you all of the details from the policies, from the campaigning, what the political parties are saying, what the civil society are saying, what you are saying, and of course what the stakeholders are saying. All of them. 45 minutes, Mondays and Wednesdays. You get all of that details on the LG Mandate. And we go straight right now to the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, where correspondent Peter Herindi is with us. Good morning, Peter Herindi.
Good morning to you, sir. Good morning.
And again, let's quickly look at what Rivers people are to expect from RISEC. From the timetable of RISEC, we know today is the final day for the change or swap of candidates of political parties in the local government election. And also, we also gathered that yesterday there was training of ad hoc officials. Could you tell us what exactly has happened at RISEC and what is going on this morning?
All right, that was the training for some ad hoc staff. That is the second batch of the training for ad hoc staff. That was concluded yesterday, and today ought to be a day where they will do the final substitution of candidates already shortlisted on Saturday. They told us it was shortlisted on Friday, actually, but we woke up on Saturday to see this thing, and they confirmed it that they actually displayed the list of candidates. Again, there are some developments in that list. When I critically looked at the list of candidates displayed, certain names, like the names of candidates for Omoma local government, never appeared on any of the lists except that of APC. And again, on going to Labour Party, we saw a clash of candidates. Two different persons appeared on Ward 6, on the list on Ward 6 for Obiakpo on Labour Party. We didn't see the name of one of the persons who said he was a candidate. That is talking about Honorable Choma Chinwo. We didn't see the name. We assumed that the name of Labour Party appeared. One was credited to Hida Dokubo-led executive, and another was also credited to Denye people-led executive. So on both of these leads, we didn't see the name of Honorable Choma Chinwo. But however, I was able to establish contact with the commissioner in charge of political party affairs and monitoring. He spoke to me and confirmed that this was just a provisional list of the candidates, that they were going back, and everybody who had issue should be able to apply to state his own case, and that today they have met, and today they are going to deliberate and bring out the list, the names of our candidates on the final list, and then display the final list. That's exactly what he told me. Meanwhile, today is also training for observers and the media men who will be covering the election on the 30th.
Well, again, let's talk a little bit about the discrepancies which you have noticed on the names of candidates published and political parties. Don't you think these discrepancies may significantly affect the campaigning of candidates? Because what we know is that campaigning has started. So if, as at today, RISEC has not come out with the authentic list of who is contesting for the election, and we still have these discrepancies like this, do you think it might significantly affect the campaigning?
Of course, yes, it would significantly affect the campaigning, but not for all the parties, except those parties who are affected now. Some of them who spoke to me earlier said they were supposed to commence, but now that they have not seen their names, their activities have been halted. But I believe that after today, they will continue with whatever arrangements and activities lined up for their for this election.
Okay, let's talk about the final clearance, which according to RISEC is to take place today. So what is expected of these political parties and their candidates today? We just have about, going by the calculation we have, it's just about 10 days to the local government election.
That could account for why some persons, talked about, in fact, criticized the election, saying the time was short. But it's not my place to also confirm that the time is short or not. Let's just hope that.
All right, we're having a conversation with our correspondent who's right there at the RISEC's office. Peter Herity is right there. I think we have a little bit of challenge, but he's just confirmed to us that there are some discrepancies on the list of cleared candidates for election on August 30th, and we're hoping that RISEC will resolve all of this. Peter Herity, can you hear us?
I can hear you, sir, very clearly.
All right, so you are speaking. Could you just conclude on what you're saying?
I was saying that, some persons, initially some civil society organizations and some political parties who hitherto pulled out of the election complained of timing, saying that this time is too short. So but it will affect not all the parties campaigning, but it will affect only those political parties and candidates whose names are still in controversy, whether they are covenant or not. But I hope that all these will be resolved today, and they can also comment, because they already accepted the timing placed for this election, or given for this election. So we're hoping that today the whole thing about candidacy list and all that will end, so that they can continue or carry on with their activities planned for this election.
Fantastic. So you also said to us that today INEC is to conduct training for observers and media people who will be going on election monitoring. Could you tell us what's the atmosphere like at RISEC office this morning? And again, are you seeing presence of the observers and media personnel for the training?
Of course, yes. A whole lot of persons have come in. Some of them have taken their seats in the hall. I was inside the hall. I saw some persons. We shook hands and we exchange pleasantries. We're expecting that after any moment from now, at 10 o'clock, the training will commence.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Peter Herity, our correspondent at RISEC, giving us update on what's going on at RISEC. Thank you for joining us, Peter.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're listening to the LG Mandate, coming to you from Super 93.3 FM Port. Stay with us.
To the local government elections begins. Super 93.3 FM is your number one source for everything that matters.
And all these lies about expired and not expired, was he the one that appointed me?
They wrote a letter to the national. The letter is there, 5th of February, that they are suspended from our own ward.
Politics is too important to be left to politicians. It's all about the fact that we need new blood, fresh blood.
Campaigns, candidates, and promises, and the real issues that affects you at the grassroots.
The right thing should be done, not because of their selfish interest.
Are you still aware that 95% of the market that owns in state belongs to local government?
We don't expect that we partake in a process or a product of a process we never believed in. And that was why we have to pull out of the election.
We are ready to make sure that we go to our various polling units, cast the vote and defend the vote.
Don't miss the LG Mandate, a special 45 minutes program packaged with facts, voices, and conversations that keeps you informed every Monday and Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. and every Tuesday and Thursday 1 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. exclusively on your One Family One radio station, Super 93.3 FM Port. The LG Mandate, your right to know. River State, Nigeria, brace yourself for the LG Mandate.
And we thank you sincerely for staying with us on Super 93.3 FM Port. It is the LG Mandate. LG Mandate is a special 45 minutes program looking at the planned conduct of local government election in Rivers State. Just about 10 days more to the conduct of the local government. So much is happening already. And our correspondent Peter Herity is at RISEC's office and is just giving us the latest update from the office of RISEC. The LG Mandate is one program that takes a look at everything concerning the local government election, given the critical nature of the local government to governance in Nigeria. It's the closest tier of governance to the people. So we'll bring you the perspectives, the political parties talk. We'll give you what the candidates are saying, the campaign promises, and of course, everything that concerns you. We also get you talking in, and we'll be throwing up on the telephone lines, and also you can send us your comments on WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, it is 09059481021. Send us your voice notes on 09059481021. Tell us, what do you think about what our correspondent said on the discrepancies that are shown on the published list by RISEC for candidates participating in the local government? And we gather that some political party fielded 2 candidates for the same position. Do you think that can significantly affect the conduct of the local government election? Tell us and send your comment to 09059481021. I will come back to taking all calls, but just before then, let me quickly bring now a civil society organization, a very prominent social political group, the ICU Group. And ICU Group has been monitoring election and also been involved in political situation in River State for more than 2 decades. We have now joining us the leader, the national leader of the ICU Group, Chizi Nyomasila. Mr. Chizi Nyomasila, good morning and thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning, Rivers people.
So, Chizi, talk to us. ICU Group has been one group who's been on the forefront of ensuring that the right thing is done, particularly concerning the political space in River State. And, of course, you have participated in monitoring election and canvassing for an egalitarian society. What's your perspective on the conduct of this local government election, and particularly what we've seen so far, an explanation from the River State Independent Electoral Commission?
Well, let me say that I like to say thank you again for having me on this platform and also Rivers people. But I'd like to say that for the recent period, I'm very happy with RISEC, on what they are doing so far. RISEC has been transparent on what they are doing. Listening to your station, I heard you talk about some discrepancies as has to do with some parties feeding 2 candidates. That can also be accommodated because, of course, you know that by their RISEC timetable, today is the last day for substitution. And so what that means is that just after today, we'll be having candidates per party, meaning that the discrepancies will be dealt with today by RISEC from the body language that I've seen. Of course, this is the last time we'll be having that. And again, there wouldn't be any excuse for any party to campaign because, of course, you campaign first for the party before the individual self. And so whatever that is happening, the party is still on the ballot, which means that you are going to be campaigning for the party. On the preparation, this is the first time we're seeing, of recent, where we're seeing RISEC obviously announce the recruitment of the ad hoc staff and training of those ad hoc staff, which is a very good thing for all of us. And in their portal, you can actually apply through the portal. This is not a time of saying, the persons went and submitted names. You can go there and you see them training them and telling us. And we in ICU, what we have done is educate the masses on, firstly, to allow for peace, allow for us to have this local government election on the 30th. Of course, I know that there has been the argument back and forth concerning the legality of this thing. We have gone past that level. I don't want to even go back there. But I just wanted to remind them that assuming without conceding that there is anything illegal about it, is to also come to the place of sacrifice as a peace offensive. Why do I say sacrifice? The Solar Administrator met a zero local government administration as being as was the case, when the judgment of the Supreme Court told us that. And so he is coming to restore democratic government, and the only democratic government he has to restore is first the local government, and that means that by 30th, the local government will be elected. I want to give kudos to the campaign trail of certain political parties in the Kwere local government. The other day, I listened to you very well, where we were talking about Kana and Gokana and all of that. And let me also commend the Super FM for what you are doing. you're actually getting us to know that people are really, really, really campaigning. And some of us know that what you are saying, the analysis you are bringing on board, is what is happening at the field. People are campaigning. If you go to Kwere local government, specifically, we were there on Sunday at Omanwa Ward 7. We were there on Monday at Omanelu. Yesterday, our people were there. You could see crowd coming up for campaign. And I think this is a wake-up call. We need to do something. We can't relax. The Rivers people should not relax. We should go and vote. And now, because this is the government that is of the grassroots, government closest to the people. This is the government, I call it the indivisible arm of government. Very indivisible, because there is minute aspect of government that can't come to us. So I believe that all of us should come out in mass and vote for whomever we want and whichever party we want. And those parties.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Chizzy. And if you're just sitting, you're listening to the LG Mandate, and I'm having a conversation with Chizzy Inyo Masila, who is the national leader of the ICU. ICU group is a social political group and has been involved in election campaigning and election monitoring for several years here in River State. And we're speaking to Chizzy Inyo Masila on his perspective concerning the planned conduct of the local government election. Now, Chizzy, you have praised the commencement of campaigning by some political parties, but having in mind that RISEC said 17 political parties were cleared for this local government election, are you satisfied so far with the level of campaigning you've seen so far?
Let me say this. I am satisfied. I'm satisfied because if you go to Ikwere, for instance, I've seen two other political parties campaign in their doing their campaign and carrying out their campaign. Some are engrossed in this crisis of candidate name, to double candidacy, and I'm sure they are going to be clear today. I think we're going to see more of that from tomorrow. I'm thinking that more of that from tomorrow will be on. If you go across the State today, they see that some local government has paused their campaign for today because they know that INEC will be doing their final list today. I think that going forward from tomorrow, which is the 21st, maybe like the next 8 days, we'll see a fierce campaign that is happening. Nobody can relax. I can tell you that I'm very satisfied, given again that 17 political parties are involved in this. So don't forget that some political party can decide not to run for the party chairmanship. For the local government chairman, they can run for council. Yes. And nobody will hold them for that. Of course, it is their right. Some will say we are going to only contest for. There are some parties that will contest the councilorship election and adopt another political party for local government chairmanship election. It is democratic. It is what happens everywhere in the world. And so people will not say, okay, because he didn't contest here. So if a party has a candidate in the councilorship election, it is something. It means that the party has also agreed that this local government election should carry on, and this party is involved in it. That's all. I think I'm satisfied with it.
Well, fantastic. Again, from what our correspondent said to us, RISEC is to commence training of media observers and other observers in this local government election. But again, there have been complaints from certain quarters that it has the agenda by RISEC has not been inclusive. From the perspective of your organization, the ICU group, do you think RISEC has been very inclusive in bringing in people, ad hoc staff, and observers to monitor this local government election?
Shegun, let me tell you, I want to use the organization as the point here when I was making this instance. RISEC did not write you to send your reporter. You sent your reporter to RISEC. All they need is to accredit them. RISEC has announced that we want to have observers come from. If you're an NGO and you know you're qualified, don't forget, there are NGOs on paper. There are NGOs on just mentioning. They are not real NGO. RISEC will not accept an NGO that is not registered. Just quickly. If you're not registered, they won't accept it. So if you're an NGO that you are registered, then carry your documents and everything. Go to RISEC and prove that you're registered and that you want to be an observer to this election. RISEC will accept you. RISEC will not come to write you. They've announced it. It's on air. You go and apply. I don't know. People have a way of just complaining. I don't know whether they will come and knock them at their door and say, please. There are organizations who are called NGO that do not have office. They do not have one person. They are called NGO. It's one man show, one NGO. And then RISEC will say, okay, provide evidence that you can cover this gamut of local government for us. Then you provide. I don't know anybody in RISEC. Well, thanks to even an Ode who is not for Liberty. So I did say in your sister station that the fact that he's not even from Rivers State means that we will not be connected through his uncles and cousins and wives and girlfriends and all of that. Now you can go based on your credibility and acceptance and capacity to do something. And so if you know you have capacity, let the NGO flood it, let it come and write, and let it be that this NGO is not accepted. Let the NGO provide for us why they were not accepted and how they are accepted. So this is not a case of that. If you know you have an NGO who needs to observe the election, please go and see, provide your document and documentations, and they will know. So I think I'm satisfied with that, what the SEC is doing.
It is the LG mandate on Super 93.3 FM Port, and I'm having a conversation with the national leader of a social political group who's been involved in election monitoring and talking about the need for an egalitarian society in Nigeria and Rivers State in particular. The ICU group, Chizi Masila, is the national leader and is speaking to us on the LG mandate. Now, Chizi, if you have the opportunity to advise RISEC, what would be the one thing you would tell RISEC to begin to do at this moment?
First, what I want to do is to continue first in what they are doing, and to always publicly, give out information. Your correspondent at the RISEC office did say when he observed certain discrepancies, he put a call to the commissioner in charge of party restrictions and all of that, and the guy provided an answer. So I think they should be more transparent, providing answers, and they should also come up to media stations. Super FM. I mean, their media person should come to Super FM on this LG mandate and talk. I think you should invite them, whether by pidgin languages or all of that. They should come and begin to talk to the people, and they should. And I think also that the RISEC should involve these our NGOs to begin to talk, to people more on coming, and they should be transparent. In that election, we should see the results. We should see the result at the polling unit. We should know what's happening. The results should be announced. The cancellation result, especially, should be announced at the ward level, and then the local government at the local government level. They should announce it there. We want to hear it there.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on the LG mandate. The national leader of the ICU group, Chizi Masila. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, everyone, for having me.
This is Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. You're listening to the LG Mandate.
As the countdown to the local government elections begins, Super 93.3 FM is your number one source.
Lies about expired and not expired. Was he the one that appointed me?
They wrote a letter also to the national. The letter is there. 5th of February that they have suspended from our own ward.
Politics is too important to be left to politicians. It's all about the fact that we need new blood. Fresh blood.
Campaigns, candidates, and promises, and the real issues that affects you at the grassroots.
The right thing should be done, not because of their selfish interest.
Are you still aware that 95% of the market that owns in state belongs to local government?
We don't expect that we partake in a process or a product of a process we've never believed in, and that was why we have to pull out of the election.
We are ready to make sure that we go to our various polling units, cast the vote, and defend the vote.
Don't miss the LG Mandate, a special 45 minutes program packaged with facts, voices, and conversations that keeps you informed. Every Monday and Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. and every Tuesday and Thursday 1 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. exclusively on your One Family One radio station, Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. The LG Mandate, your right to know.
This is Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. It is the LG mandate. So let's bring the conversation to you. Are you satisfied with the campaigning so far for the local government election? Has anyone come to your domain, come to your local government to campaign concerning the local government election? Talk to us and let's have your views. Are you satisfied with the way RISEC has been going about the local government election? The telephone lines are open 070 5079 1021 and 081 174 31021, as well as female callers only 070 733 50623. Let's take your calls now. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Comrade Williams, calling from Williams.
Very well. So, are you satisfied with the campaigning so far?
Election for us, and I myself, I don't see it as a big challenge. At least we want everything to be set right, because we need the governor of Rivers State to come back to seat. If there's anything they can do for the election to take place, so that the governor will come back to seat, that's what should be our position and our goal. And let the elections be conducted by the research. Let everyone participate in the election and let everyone come out and vote.
All right, fantastic.
The Lord Rivers State come out and vote, the city governor will come back.
Thank you so much. So your message, if you love River State, come out and vote. And let's take this one. Good morning. Yes, good morning.
Shego, good morning. My name is Matthew Kalio in Port Harcourt.
Matthew Kalio, good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Morning, my brother. Shego, mine is very few questions. Yeah, just is he online to answer our questions?
Well, unfortunately, my guest is no longer online. But again, it's not about you asking my guest a question. It's all about you telling are you satisfied with the level of campaigning, and what more would you want to see done?
Okay, well, RISEC has rolled out its drums, prepared for the elections. Campaign has started in earnest at the local government levels. Shegu, my case is over time, like those of us that live at these coastal regions, I mean the riverine communities, Kola, Bonnet, and so on. Ballot boxes and election materials meant for those at hinterland, the fishing settlement. Over the years, they have been diverted by the powers that be. How is RISEC going to settle these issues so that these materials will be securely safe and get to their destinations at the hinterland and the fishing ports for people to exercise their franchise? This is my take. Thank you.
Well, fantastic question there. Again, we've been trying to invite RISEC, and definitely we would get RISEC before the conduct of this local government election to put that question precisely to RISEC. But let's take another call here. Good morning. Good morning. Your line is pretty low. Please, could you speak up a little bit? Turn on the radio.
Okay,
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Very
good morning,
well.
sir.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, this is your Africa woman, Muriel.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
For starters, I just wanted to confirm and be sure that we will not have this issue of I bought all of them forms. So I hope your guest is very sure and certain that all the contestants got their forms still. So we'll not go about this back and forth again. I bought them forms and I did this, I did that. And secondly, your guest said that people should come and vote. I don't know if, for me, I think if it were possible, I think Rivers people should shun it, these elections. Just to prove a point. Those that don't like this wrong process that is going on in Rivers State, whatever is going on, should shun it absolutely. To prove a point, to stand for their point that they don't like what is happening. It is a total illegality. And let just those that are interested, the people that are voting and the contesting and their family members and their friends go out and do the process. Then at the end of the day, those that did not vote, that are in the support of those that believe that this system is a total fraud, to work and support the civil society organizations that are contesting this in court. When the time comes, we should put all our weight to support those that are contesting this entire process. But for me, I think Rivers people should shun the elections totally.
All right,
thank you
so much, Mira. And I think I hear your voice clearly. But again, the question I ask is boycotting the election. How would that bring about the change? I would have thought that you would have suggested for people to stay in there and make sure that they make their vote count. Boycotting might not bring the needed change you want. Let's take this one. We'll take two more. Good morning.
Thank you, Madam Dr.
Madam Dota, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Yes, I followed up the way research is going, and I think I'm impressed. Step by step, they have taken their actions. And in my local government, committee for the campaign has been set up. And I also see other NGAs that are busy with their campaigns, and the parties are very busy. And as a Rivers woman, I think that we need this government at the local level here so that we can have our chairman in office, executive chairman, that is the man we voted for, to be in office that can attend to the situations that we have at home here. So I will also want to say that we are supposed, as our right, to come out and vote. There is nothing like acrimony, nothing. And those who were fighting here, they have also resolved. So I don't know why, as a supporter, I will continue to be angry with a system that is moving on. I see this system moving like a moving train. So there is nothing to be angry about. This is our state. We will do it like others are doing their state. I will come out and cast my vote on that for my chairman of council and my councillor, Madam Dr. Gukana.
Madam Dr., thank you so much. And I take one more. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for joining us. This is the LG Mandate.
My name is Goody, calling from Port Harcourt.
Goody, thank you.
Sir, all right. I think boycotting the election is not the best. If you can boycott the election, go to the court. I think people, all these picturements, money, and the whole problem we are seeing in this state is not the best. Because last time, people in PDP, they all joined APP, or whatever party they may call it, and all of them won, except the local government. They were in PDP, and people were shouting. The only thing they took them to court, and the court decided that everything is done. Let them do likewise. Let people go and vote your own choice. At the end, if court says no, you take it. If the court say continue, you don't have choice. Because one thing I found is this: either you boycott or not, immediately somebody is there. It is your local government channel. It is your governor and it's your president. You don't have choice again. The court determines. Make people just do away with all this type of problems you boycott. Whether you vote or you don't vote, somebody must be there. So let us take it easy and unite River State. This River State is for us. Let us not be setting president in the country, states that cannot help us. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much for all your comments and all your views. That's why this program is on air, the LG Mandate, to accommodate your views, your dissentiments, your agreements, and also to bring you what the policymakers are saying and what the politicians are saying. This is LG Mandate on Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt.
River State, Nigeria. Brace yourself for the LG Mandate.
And now we go to some of the campaigning local government area and the political parties. And now we have joining us Maxwell Dukori. Maxwell Dukori is the publicity media and the chairman media and publicity committee for the APC candidate for Gokana. Maxwell, good morning and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Shevu. Good morning, River people.
Fantastic, Maxwell. Again, I have a list of your publication concerning your drive for the campaigning. So talk to us briefly. How effective has the campaigning for your candidate, the APC candidate for Gokana local government area, how effective has the campaigning been, and what are the agenda and plan to ensure that all wards, all community and all units benefit from this campaigning?
Yeah, the campaign we officially kick off on the 22nd of August, that's on Friday, at the Nupo Town Square, that is in Yege. And it's a 6-day campaign. It's a marathon campaign. Though there wouldn't have been any need for a campaign considering the candidates involved, Sir Confidence Imadeko. That's why the mantra for the campaign is let's do it again. It is something and somebody that has performed in Gokana, it's only for us to do it again. So we'll have a 3-day campaign that will cut across all the communities and the world. In the one we'll have Yege, Deke, and Biara, while day 2, which is on Saturday, we'll have Wen Odeyo and Wen Bera. Then day 3, which is on Sunday, we have Po and Kedre. And day 4, which is on Monday 25th, we have Jonko Mogwambomu. While the 5th day, which is Tuesday 26th, we'll have Be and Lewe. And on the last day, 26th, 27th August, we have Bidre, Bera, and ending Barako. That covers all the community. And the chairman, chief candidate, is very sincere in his approach to governance. And I know you remember the state of Gokana before its emergence in 2021. We are just here to do it again.
Well, Maxwell, I love the fact that you said the campaign theme or your campaign slogan is do it again. But again, last week, we had a very serious complaint by some people in Gokana who said they want to hear from Confidence Deco what he will do. Actually, there was a particular caller who called us to say that in the first tenure of Confidence Deco, nothing was done in his community in Gokana local government area. So when you're saying let's do it again, what actually are you doing again?
I'm sure I would have loved to know that community, and I'll mention what was done in that community. No community or ward in Gokana was not touched by his administration.
Well, fantastic.
But this time around,
yes, go ahead.
We are going to sustain the peace. We are looking at empowerment, education, human capacity development, agriculture, and infrastructural development. All these have been done, and we want to do it again. But I would want to know that community so that I can tell the person the location